this project was we wanted to give you guys an idea of what it means to sleep in a tent. Not just what it means to sleep in a tent, but what it means to be homeless. So we want you to walk away from here understanding that it's not us having to sleep in a tent for 6-7 hours, that for some people, this is life. I've known Big Mama for a couple of years, and so she's just back from back surgery, and you know, she comes to all our projects, she talks, and I'm going to have her give you an idea of what it means to be on the streets. If anything you hear tonight is important, I want you to put this live on Facebook and ask your friends to listen to a person who actually goes through hell because we don't do enough.
Y'all could have helped me come upstairs. I'm Big Mama. Can y'all hear me? I got you talking loud.
Get it close to you. Yeah, get it close to you. There you go.
Y'all can hear me? Yeah. All right. I'm Big Mama. I've been in the streets for 17 years. Living in a tent every day. Each and every day. Now I've been in the streets for 7.5 years. It's not fun living in a tent. It's not easy living in a tent. It's dangerous out here in the tent. Me, especially as a woman by myself. It's very serious. The streets is not playing. It's dangerous for the men and the women and children as well. Me personally, I just had back surgery, but I'm still going through this homeless situation right now. I use my tent for my comfort zone, for my safety. Sorry. I've been through the storm. I've been a abused woman. I've been raped in the streets. I've been battered. I've been through hell in the streets.
It's okay. Love you, Big Mama. Love you. You're good. You got this. We're here.
Not alone no more. You do deserve it, girl. She does. She does.
This has been 5 years back when I had a voucher. I lost my voucher because I couldn't find no home. My voucher ran out, but now I'm gonna get a second chance to get another voucher for me to live, on. I don't want to die in the street by myself. I'm already alone in the streets. I'm already scared in the streets. There's no justice. It's nothing. It's painful out here in the streets. Lonely. Only thing we're looking for is love that somebody else give us back. And we don't even see that. I stay on a whole strip. But everybody look up to me because I'm the leader of that block where I'm at. I done seen them come, I done seen them go. I'm still there. It's time for Big Mama to go. I'm tired. I don't have no energy no more. I don't even have no life no more. I'm not happy because living in the streets and it's not no joke out there. I have to use the restroom in a bucket. I have a bed now, but I used to sleep on the concrete. We barely eat every day. But I don't look like I'm homeless, but I did way back. But I got tired of looking dirty, looking different, so I had to clean myself up to look like I look now. Not dirty, none of that. I got all my teeth done. So, I'm Big Mama. Y'all pray for all of my friends over there on 39th, where I'm at, in Broadway, King. You know, y'all just come and say hi sometime to make us feel better. Give us some love back. You know, because that's what we need.
We love you, Big Mama.
We love y'all too. And they trying to help all of us get off the streets right now. So I'm almost off the streets this year. Yes. Thank y'all.
She does.
She does.
Come on, give us a she does.
She does.
She does.
Thank y'all so much.
Can we get some guys to help, please?
Hold on. Someone come up on Claudia. Jay, come up behind
Yeah, I'm ready.
Guys, where's Bobbie?
Yeah, I'm ready. Ready to go.
Straighten out.
Guys, Bobbie Robinson.
Yeah, we go this way. Get your legs.
Man, that vaccine ain't no joke. This is from this therapy is from living in them streets too. Yeah.
Again, that's what it means to be on the street. Doesn't matter if you're out of the hospital, doesn't matter what happened. There's no Big Mama just came out from back surgery, so just think, if you're worried about sleeping in a tent tonight, this is what people live through. I'm gonna have Bobbie speak up here next, and again, one of the things we want to do is we want you to share the stories of what happens on the streets, what women actually go through. 3-4 weeks ago, we had Bobbie come with us and volunteer to speak with us at a county meeting. I hate to ask her to speak, but still, even for me, listening to what she said on that day, people need to hear this. So pay attention, and also please share these, okay? Bobbie.
Hey guys, she does.
She does.
Okay, so 10 years ago.
Bobbie, hold it.
Oh, wait, am I doing this right?
Yeah, you got it
okay.
right up here.
So
Come up a little bit more.
Sorry guys, I'm nervous. So 10 years ago, I was living in my car for a semester in college because I didn't understand how to explain to people, or really myself, the different mental illnesses I was going through. And I thought I just was being dramatic, and I blamed everything on myself because that's what I was reiterating from what I grew up with and what I was around. And, you know, I dealt with some abuse when I was younger, physical and mental, and it sticks with you. And so it's not that hard to end up where these people, and particularly these women, have ended up. And if it wasn't for me discovering a female-centric crisis center that allowed me the freedom to not be terrified, and it gave me a voice, and they told me my voice was valid, and that all I needed was to just get help for what I was going through. That's all I needed, and then I was perfectly capable of being a human citizen. That's all these people needed, is just a little help. 7 out of 10 people people in this country are one paycheck away from being homeless. Do you guys realize that? One paycheck. So we have to bind together. We have to start where the fire's the biggest, and that's what she is doing. So she does deserve protection. She does deserve love. No matter what, she deserves that. All right? Thank you guys.
Thank you, Bobbie. So, same day at that hearing, we had Victoria McCullough speak, and again, guys, share these on Facebook. It's not the bullshit Coachella videos our people need to see. It is the fact that we can have things like Coachella when people are suffering. This is the reason we have all of this. So please listen, Victoria.
Victoria, we love you.
Hey guys, my name is Victoria. Thank you all for being here tonight, supporting the movement. So a lot of women have endured sexual abuse as children. I did. That gives you a sense of self, like you feel like you're not worthy, you're not a person, you don't deserve anything. So you endure abuses as you grow up. Abuses from relationships, your parents, which I did. And I ended up homeless in these streets when I was 13 years old on my 13th birthday. Because my mother's new husband decided he wanted to try to rape me, and I fought him. So I became homeless in a two-piece bathing suit at 9 o'clock at night, and was almost raped that night, and multiple times after that. I had nowhere to go, and when you're in that state of mind, who do you turn to? Where do you go? Who gives you help? Everybody's a predator. Everybody tells you, I'm going to make you a movie star. You're beautiful. Come home with me. Let me buy you pizza. You're starving, but you're afraid of all these people that say that they're going to help you. So what did I do? I hid in bushes. I didn't sleep for days. I didn't eat for days. I went to school so that I could shower in PE and sleep in class. And at 16, I met a man who was 24, and he was the only person that had ever been nice to me. So I married him. That was an abusive situation. I divorced him. I had 3 small children by the time I was 21. I got into another relationship. He tried to kill me in Mexico. I survived. How I'm here and normal, semi-normal? I don't know, but I know that there's thousands, if not millions of us out there, and we all deserve to be treated with dignity and respect.
Yes.
All of us.
Yes.
All of us. So I know a lot of the women that are living on these streets feel like they have no self-worth, no dignity, nothing left. They do. And we need to give it back to them by giving them shelter and a toilet and a bed and a toothbrush that's theirs to wake up to every damn day. She does. She does. She does. She does. Thank you. Super shaky. Thank you.
To Victoria and everyone else who spoke, the only people who have issues are the people who see people suffering on the street and keep walking by, not you. So thanks for standing up. So guys, next person doesn't need an introduction, but you know, I met Claudia literally 6 years ago, and since then she not just through LA on Cloud 9. I think LA on Cloud 9 is just the tip of the iceberg. The iceberg is the people that she reaches out to every day during the day as a case manager, and she tries to get them inside. Not just inside, mental health services, substance abuse services. I mean, if you don't know her already, you're gonna, if you follow her on Facebook, you're gonna see her pictures from staying at the bed of a person that she helped overnight. That's the kind of case manager she is. So Claudia Perez, guys.
She does! She does! She does! She does! Woo! Alright guys, well I'm here for the same reason you guys are here. You know, to fight for women and overall for homeless people, but specifically our women. I mean, this is so personal to me, and I can sit here and tell you guys like hundreds of stories of myself, hundreds of stories of the women that I meet on the streets, my clients, friends like Big Momma, who I've known already for about 6 years too. It's been a while. And it's just never ending, and right now with the crisis, it's just, it has to stop, you know, and I appreciate everybody that's here today supporting this movement, and you guys are tired, right? Like me, of seeing so many people on the streets and our women suffering. Yeah. I mean, we have a lot of pictures back here. That's just, it's nothing from the women that I meet. And I mean, one story that just stuck to me is from Gloria. I don't know if you guys saw the live video of Gloria. She literally took me to a place where she knows that women get raped in that specific area, and it's frightening. And I went there and I saw a man there. He freaked out when he saw me, thinking I was gonna arrest him. I don't know, but it was hard. And then she directed me to another encampment where there was more women who are known to get raped and are not doing anything anymore to fight back, because they're just give up, you know. They gave up, and that's, I mean, what can you do, you know, when it's constantly happening over and over and over again, and day and night, guys. I'm literally on the streets, and it's gotten to the point where I feel like, as much as I want to make a difference and help these women off the street, I feel like I'm getting nowhere, you know. And more shelters for these women is what we need right now. And I applaud you guys for being here and for spending the night, one night out here, you know. I mean, Big Momma, I'm just like, I'm sorry I brought you here, but I know you're in a lot of pain, and you know I love you.
I love you too.
You know, Big Momma has a case manager, intensive case manager where I work. I have my co-workers here with me today, who's also intensive case managers for our homeless services. Works at the same place I do, and we're constantly, you know, her cases are intense as well. This is serious. Like, I mean, this is like, I don't even know how to tell you guys. This is like really like serious happening out there. I get affected by it. I want to get personal now, if you don't mind. I had a breakdown on Monday because of so much that I see and so much that I go through. I don't even know what self-care is anymore. Know, and I need to remember that I'm human, and I need to take a step back. But how can you take a step back when we see so many people in need of help? You know, so many people. Like every corner that you go to, you see people who are homeless. You know, and our women, man. I'm telling you, I hear these stories and they break my heart. They break my heart, and I don't want to give up. Like, I'm not gonna give up, and I hope that everybody is over here together, and I'm gonna fight this, guys. I don't know what else to say, but thank you for being here.
So guys, I'm gonna change the angle a little bit to something that's equally important. And I want you guys to pan, if you are recording, I want you guys to pan the cameras around and be honest, because this is important, because we have around 100 people, maybe a little bit less. How many of you guys are finding it hard to pay your rent every month? Put your hands up, please. Pan the cameras, guys. So a couple of things I found out. We always knew that, we always knew people were becoming homeless because they couldn't afford their rent. Year after year, you're getting increases. Rent control buildings are disappearing, and next thing you know, you're struggling. If you're in a relationship and you depend on that other person to pay the rent with you, and they become abusive, guess what? You're going to stay in that relationship. The next person I'm going to have talk is Sylvie Shain. Sylvie went through an experience where there was a illegal attempt to have her removed. And after that, she not only took the battle to the people who tried to do an injustice to her, she fights every day to anyone else in this city. When I mean everyone, me and you, because she fights for rent control and against illegal eviction. So Sylvie Shain, guys.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm really humbled to be speaking after the speakers you just heard. I'm not on the front lines like they are, working with the homeless, but as Mel said, I fight for tenants' rights and for housing rights, because the link between housing and homelessness is inextricable. And we need better housing policy. We need more protection for renters. In this city, there's 62% of the residents are renters, and 50% of those people are rent burdened. And so I think it was Victoria who said that 70% of people are one paycheck away from homelessness. That's the fact. And with rents on the rise right now, a lot of the people that we're seeing ending up on the streets, they had housing, but they couldn't pay their rent, or some new greedy landlord bought their building and wants to raise the rents and kicks them out. And so one of the things that we really need is we need to repeal Costa-Hawkins. It's a state law that stops our cities throughout California from being able to pass strong rent control measures. And rent control is needed to stabilize people in their housing now, because we can't fix this boat by just plugging up the holes when we're creating new holes all the time.
Right, that's right.
So it's going to be on the ballot in the fall in November. We need you to spread the word, because the landlords and the developers across the state are going to pour probably close to $1 billion into defeating this ballot. So we have power on the street, just like you see around you. This movement started 7 weeks ago, and look at all the people here. Look at all of you here. So we need to do the same thing. We need to push locally for strong renter protections throughout the state to pass, to repeal Costa-Hawkins, and to repeal the Ellis Act, hopefully after that. And for any of you who are dealing with landlord issues, you know people who are being harassed, tell them about the LA Tenants Union. It's an all-volunteer, member-led movement throughout the city that's helping people learn about their rights, how to advocate for themselves, and building political power for renters. Because with 62% of people in the city being renters, we should have a lot more say as to what happens back behind me.
Yes.
All right? Thank you so much. Thank you to Mel. Mel is my hero for the work that he does 5 nights a week, along with his volunteers in the Monday Night Mission. It's incredible, and she does. She does. She does. She does.
She does.
She does.
She does.
She does.
She does.
She does.
So guys, next here I'm going to bring in another She Does warrior. She does, guys.
She does.
Okay, that sounded lame. Okay, again, she does.
She does.
So a couple of years ago, we came up with this idea to open up, start a mobile shower, and we were kind of struggling, and Lisa's been volunteering with us for like 3 or 4 years, and I asked her if she could take over the operations on the ground. And since that day, we literally have to force her not to go to the shower because it's because she really wants to make sure. Anybody who's worked with me knows, like, I have like, you know, I'm very strict, but with Lisa, if she can do anything to make sure that the person who comes in is happy, she's gonna do it. So through the shower, one thing we came across was stories that we had no, you know, some of these stories, you know, I've been doing this for when we started, I've been on the streets for, serving on the streets for 5 years, and I thought I've heard it all. But the truth is, every day, every week, you hear a story that scares you more than the last story you heard. So first off, Lisa, thank you for the great work you do, and then there's a story, two stories that you need to hear. Round of applause for Lisa.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
I wanted to share a story with you guys that I often talk about and think about, and there was a woman who came to the Shower of Hope about a few months ago, and her friend brought her, and the woman came. She had, like, her hair was like dingy, and like she had tangles in her hair, and her friend had to bring her because she hadn't showered in like months. She hadn't showered in so long, and the reason that she hadn't showered was to keep men away from her, so that she wouldn't be assaulted, so that she wouldn't be raped. And this is just one person, one woman, and you know there's many, many more. So she literally had to be dragged to the shower to take a shower by her friend. These are the type of conditions that women live on in the streets. The second story that I wanted to share for you just happened last week. We had little girl Evelyn over here. She lives in the car with her mom and her two other siblings, an older sibling, 16 years old, and a younger, a little bit older sibling. So the mom called me. She's living in her car. She needed first a shower and help. So I mean, it's crazy. This is a 3-year-old little girl living in her car with her mom and her siblings. This should not be happening, and it's crazy. These are just 2 stories out of many. So thank you everyone for what you do. She does.
She does. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
Hey guys, so next I'm actually gonna introduce. Hold on, Carlos. Hold on. You know, a lot of us go through struggles, and when we go through a struggle, we all, like, you know, come up from it, and we decide, okay, you know what, I came through it. That's it. I speak to a lot of people. When I ask them for help, they say, oh, I went through the same thing, but I'm not gonna fight for it. I'm blessed that I survived it, but I'm not gonna fight for the rest of the people. Carlos was subjected to an illegal eviction 16 years ago. And after that, every week, he held a workshop on Sundays to help people who were being forced with illegal evictions. And in any event, and I know there's a lot of organizers over here from the March Rally for Our Lives to the Me Too movement, to any movement out there. If you need help, and if you ask, you know Carlos is gonna be there for us. So Carlos?
Yeah, Carlos. Carlos!
She does. She does.
She does.
You know, it's being an adventure, so to speak. It's a challenge. It's a responsibility, and all those things combined. When you become a voice for the people, it's hard sometimes. It's lonely sometimes. Sometimes you feel so small with a problem so big. But no matter how big they are, and no matter what you're facing, when the people get together and the people unite and they fight back, they can win.
Yeah.
That I know because we have seen it when we saw during the foreclosure crisis people being thrown out to the streets and the people put them back into their homes and we won over the banks.
All right.
We saw that in many cases. When the bank were being abusive and throwing the people to the streets, we're putting them back into their homes. And the only reason why we were successful is because the people came together and the people fought back. And this is what's happening tonight with She Does.
Yes.
We are fighting back for those that cannot fight back. For those that cannot stand for themselves, we are standing for them. And this fight has just begun. There's so much work ahead of us. And we have two choices. Either we do nothing or we do something. I choose to do something.
Right.
Even if the road is going to be hard, even if there's going to be challenges, we're going to win because we're together. Thank you.
Hey guys, we're going to have another speaker and then we're going to have a little bit of a break. Here from the organizer for the Me Too movement in Los Angeles, Brenda. Come on up, Brenda.
Hi guys. So, you know, I think as women, we all know what it's like to walk to our cars, you know, when it's dark, holding our keys in our hands or going home late at night and having that fear that something might happen. But we at least find shelter. At least we find shelter once we get into our cars or get into our house. Our homeless women don't have that. A lot of the times, you know, they sleep in the same tents where they get raped. I'm sure as survivors, if we had to sleep in the same place where we got raped, it would drive us insane. I read something the other day that really got to me, and I would like to read it to you now. As women, we have a unique experience of the world and what it means to feel safe. If the recent wave of gender-based violence revelations have taught us and nothing else, is that every one of us has her own version of Me Too stories, each with an infringement on our safety, security, physical integrity, and psychological dignity. As devastating as these stories are, there is a solitude in the fact that there are platforms to relay them through. Help readily available, and should we not yet have the courage to speak up, that there will always be someone to advocate for our behalves. What must it be like for women with no platform, no advocate, no helpline? What must it be like for a woman who knows that if she cries, nobody will listen? If she screams, nobody will come for her. If she resists or speaks up, death may very well be imminent. What must it be like to relate to sexual assault and rape not as a catastrophic Me Too story that can empower societal change, but a daily reality of life with no escape? What must it be like to exist in the world completely alone, stripped of the basic fundamental right for safety and protection? For women of Skid Row, this is her existence. So I'm glad you guys are here, but let's make sure that they have that space where they can come and find the resources that they need. Because we can be here for them today, but let's make sure that we give them that platform. Let's make sure that their voices are heard, because most of the times we have that privilege to find resources and find help, but let's make sure that they have that same opportunity. Thank you.
Hey guys, so we're gonna take a little bit of a break right now, and if everybody wants, we can order pizza. One of the things, couple of the things for us to make this effective, and for all of you guys who are gonna stay tonight until tomorrow, there's a couple of things you can do that are gonna be powerful. One, do really short, like 1-minute videos. Focus on all the pictures of these women here. One of the things when we got these pictures was, these are all women who live in LA. These are all women who live in LA on Skid Row or close. We're not pulling pictures of people outside. We literally, before we got them, we made sure these were women living in LA. Make a 1 quick minute Instagram or Facebook video of that. Second, for you guys who are going to stay in the tents tonight, I want you to try and do a video every couple hours. Let's say we hit the tents at midnight, 1 o'clock. Do a video first and tell people how you feel. How it feels not having a bathroom to wash your face. How it feels when you have to put down a zipper on a tent when you know it's not safe. Then, couple hours later, do another video and talk about how it feels to sleep on hard concrete. We need to make it real for people. Some of the things that we can't release that Matt Szabo talked about is we are going to get a lot of money that we wanted but not exactly the way we wanted. The problem now is to make sure that the communities in LA don't say no to it. Just like what happened in Orange County, it can happen in LA. And that's where we all come in. We have to fight for it. We have to fight. Hold on a second, guys. Guys, keep an eye this way. We have to fight for it. I got it, guys. Eyes on green shirt. So, what we really want to give people an idea of what's going on, and we're okay, guys. And share the stories. Make people feel what you feel. You know, if you're on the street, you're not gonna have the people in the West looking over you. You're not gonna have the cops. You're gonna be alone. Make people feel it. We have to defeat the NIMBYs, the people who say not in my backyard. But that's out of their hands. That we have to do. So please use your social media and please tag She Does. Thank you guys. We're going to take a little bit of a break.